Today, I am talking to Third Federal Savings and Loans. And talk about Third Federal a little bit.
Okay, so I'm Vianney Demore. I am a community development business rep. We are with Third Federal. Third Federal has been in business since 1938. Bread and butter is mortgages.
Okay.
So you're not going to find car loans, credit cards, things of that nature. We have one checking account, one savings account. So the bread and butter of Third Federal is the mortgage.
Okay.
Then my name is Derek Rudy. I'm also with our community development team. I'm also a business rep, and echo essentially the same stuff that Vianney said. We do a very good job, especially with first-time home buyers. But our biggest thing and our thing that we always do has been mortgages. We've been around for a little over 80 years, and that's just been, we're not like your bigger banks to where we have a whole bunch of different products and different things. We stick to a couple of things and we do them real well. So.
Okay. Now you guys, your corporate office, or you're based here out of Cleveland?
Yes. So our corporate office is right on 70th and Broadway in Slavic Village.
Okay.
Yes.
And then do you provide loans to people outside of Ohio, or do you only service Ohio for mortgages?
No. So we do mortgages. We also do mortgages out of Ohio. So our footprint is Ohio, and we also have branches in Florida.
Okay.
But we also do purchases in other states. Now, Derek and I wouldn't necessarily touch those. We would touch maybe a refinance from another state, but not a purchase.
Gotcha. Okay. So with everything that's going on with this pandemic, can you just talk a little bit about, are you guys still doing loans? Because people are thinking, I just want to clear the air on this, because people are thinking like, oh, everything is kind of like stopped at this point. So how have things been going?
We are still doing loans. One of the things that we're doing, we do what is called a home today class. So initially it was face to face. Well, now we're doing it virtually. So everything is still going. Everything is still, we're moving.
Okay. Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't know about you, Vianney, but I feel like I'm actually busier now than I have been prior to and everything, because a lot of people have some downtime and everything, and so we've been seeing a number of refinances, pre-approvals, and everything come through the pipeline. So it's still business as usual and everything here at Third Federal.
Okay. So a lot of lenders have had a lot of changes over the last month and a half or so with different overlays and requirements. If you're going FHA primarily, and so credit scores have increased. And so what type of scores are you guys able to approve?
So we don't really get into the score part. Okay. We don't tell you there's a certain score we're looking for, although with some products, if everything is top notch, okay, you have everything else together, we could go as low as a 650. I've seen a 650 with a certain product.
Okay.
Eric, what was the lowest you've seen?
I've actually seen as low as a 620 get approved on one of our products, our Home Ready loan. So one of the things that's a little unique to us is we're not an FHA lender. We strictly do conventional lending. So we've had changes and everything, but as far as credit scores and stuff, they really haven't changed a whole lot here. It's been more geared around down payment and things of that nature is where our changes have come into play.
Okay. So you brought up a good point of you saying that you don't do FHA loans. So there's a lot of people that look for a FHA product just because of that lower down payment, which I know you mentioned that Home Ready, which offers that lower down payment.
Right.
But what can a person do, like a first time home buyer, where they may have more credit challenges? How can they do business with you guys? Is that going to that program?
Well, a couple of things we would want to see. I mean, of course, we can't make them go to the Home Today classes, okay? But if they're going through some classes to help increase their score, I mean, one of the things we would talk to them about is the Home Ready product, because that does have a credit score that's a little bit less, okay? So that's where you would have seen that 620 with Derek or that 650 with me. And it also offers a 3% down. Okay. So a lot of times, especially now, people are concerned about down payment.
Yes.
And then with the newer home owners or buyers, they're concerned about, the down payment, so we give that. And then we also will take down payment from employers. So like with Cleveland Clinic, they have the Greater Circle funds. We'll take that and we can stack the down payment.
Okay. So you said you guys also will give a down payment?
$3,000. Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's just go through your program, and then they could qualify for those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then they would get the $750 discount towards their closing costs for being a new home buyer.
Okay.
And then the other thing with our Home Ready, although we don't have, we're not what everybody calls FHA, it is a Fannie Mae product.
Okay.
Okay. So there are benefits.
Okay. All right. So in order to take advantage of those down payment assistance funds, all they need to do is like reach out to you or Derek.
Yes.
Okay. And then they sign up for a program. And then how long does that program typically take?
So if they're going through Home Today, all right, it is you can may as well say it's a month-long program. Okay. After that, they would, now Derek, are they still going to be meeting with the credit counselors after the virtual class?
Yeah, a lot of our credit counselors are doing stuff just the way that we're doing things right now through Zoom and everything too, just to keep up with social distancing. So they're still available and still ready to work with people.
Okay. So they come see you guys at Third Federal. It takes about a month. Is that just like a weekly class? Is that what their commitment is?
Mm-hmm.
And they go over to a credit counselor who helps them prepare like their budget and like a home counseling session to receive a certificate.
So what ends up happening is this. In our class, we go over the budgets. We go over preparing and what to expect. So when they go to the credit counselor is pulling their credit, letting them know things that they would need to do to increase their score to get them more prepared to purchase.
Okay.
So at the end of all of that, then at that point, the credit counselor will tell them, okay, well, you know what, you're ready to apply.
Okay. All right. So, in general, if you're not going with the down payment assistance product, how much should a buyer expect to have as far as a down payment?
I'm going to say, even if you're not going with the 3%, the $3,000 from us, you want to have at least 3% down.
Okay.
Okay. And then your closing costs. So I tell people to have anywhere from $5,000 to $6,000 at least.
Okay. $5,000 to $6,000. And then can they purchase anywhere?
So with our Home Ready product, it is going to be based on the geographics.
Okay.
Okay, and income.
Okay.
So So that right there plays a factor.
Okay. Okay. And then is there a minimum purchase amount?
We can go as low as 10. What is it? 10,000?
$10,000. I did a loan. Yeah, I did a loan that had down payment assistance and everything, and we got it approved for $14,000.
Oh my God.
So
that's a piece of valuable information right there.
Yep.
I'm in the process of doing a deal now that gets 30,000 down payment assistance, 3,000 from us, and then another 5,000 from another. I mean, so yeah, it's.
Sheesh. Most lenders, they won't do anything below like $40,000, really $50,000. So it gets so tough. I'm glad you said that. So what makes Third Federal overall different from any of these other banks or mortgage companies?
Honestly, I think it's the people. Okay. First of all, loan officers are not commissioned. So we're not trying to push you in what we want you to have. Okay. And then most of us have a lot of passion. And then with Third Federal, even if we sell your mortgage, we still do all the servicing. So if you have any questions, you still come to Third Federal Payment or Third Federal. It's not one of those things where you're going to wake up, get something in the mail saying that you have a new mortgage company called Wooba Luba and you have to figure out how to get a hold to them.
Okay. Right. So
just to echo off of all that stuff too. I mean, we always underwrite all of our pre-approvals up front. So they actually go to a live underwriter. So if they are pre-approved by us, I mean, essentially speaking, they just have to find a home that fits within that pre-approval. And they've got pretty much half of the mortgage process done up front, which makes it really, really easy for them and everything too. And plus, with how many loan officers that we have, it makes it a lot easier for them to get in contact with us because we all watch over each other and everything, especially during this time. So like if Vianney has something going on and you can see she's working at home, any one of us can go in there and help out with that file and make sure that those things keep moving. So that way the customer feels safe and you guys as realtors, make sure that everything's moving too.
Yeah.
And then another thing too, Andrea, one of the things that we all do is make sure that the realtors are on top of what's going on.
Okay.
So it's not a matter of, you have a deal out there and you have no clue what's going on. Mm-hmm. We keep you in the loop.
Okay. So one of the things that comes to a surprise for some buyers once they close on their transaction and where they are dealing with Third Federal, once it closes, a lot of times it's being sold off. Do you guys service your own loans, or is that just kind of the norm where once it closes, it's sold off to another company?
No. So even if it's sold off to another company, we still service it. Okay. So if they have problems, if they have questions, whatever, their payments, everything is still with us.
Okay. Yeah, that's a big difference. A lot of times it's sold off, you get the letter in the mail, and then now you're dealing with this company you've probably never even heard of a lot of times. Exactly. And so now you're just having to deal with that. Is there anything that you kind of want to share that maybe I didn't ask you about in terms of some of your products? I do have one other question real quick. Is the requirement to do a loan with you, do they need to open up a checking or savings account with you?
So in order to get the rate that's discussed at that time, it is required they open up either a savings or checking with us to have the payment automatically pulled. Now, that does not say that they have to bring all of their business with us. A lot of times what people will do is open up a savings account and set it up so we pull from Huntington, put it into the savings account, and pay the mortgage that way.
Okay. And then is there anything that you want to share about that maybe I didn't ask about?
So we also, for the home ready, we also offer the purchases along with the refinance.
Okay.
So even with refinances, all right, we are ready to go. One of the things that we do have going on, and Derek, correct me if I'm wrong, just the mainstream is the 10% down, no PMI. Is that correct? Okay.
Correct. So with our mainstream products, we're a little unique in the fact that we've offered 15% down, no PMI for a very long time now. And then just recently, we started doing to where you could do as little as 10% down with no PMI. Now, the difference between those two is with 10% down, we do increase the rate by 0.25%.
Okay.
But as of today, our 30-year rate right now is 2.99%, and that's at 0 points. So another advantage with us too is we always have the lowest rate guarantee. If for whatever reason, while they're in the pre-approval process, they find somebody out there that has a lower rate than us,
okay,
we do ask for a comparison, but we'll either match that rate or give them $1,000 in order to keep their business and everything too. So we try to make it as simple as we possibly can for clients and everything to get a mortgage and, get a mortgage that they understand. So those are just some of the highlights that we have going on right now.
Okay. What about new construction? If somebody wants to build new construction, will you cover that?
Yes. So we do new construction. Derek nor I are versed on that.
Okay.
We would actually get them with someone else, or we would work with them and have someone else work with us.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So Third Federal will cover a new construction. So that's good to know.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Right. Well, you guys definitely gave a lot of great information. I'm glad I didn't even know that you guys could go as low as, $10,000 and $20,000.
Oh, definitely.
So that is definitely helpful. So I appreciate that. So how can people get in contact with you guys? Like if they want to put in an application, get the process started.
They can give us a call at 216-581-0881, or right now it's